Welcome back, everyone, to our career mode series of NASCAR Heat 3. So today's race is Richmond, and we've already talked about this. We're actually going to be skipping this race. I'm not terribly worried about that. I'm ready to get to the playoffs. I actually don't really enjoy Richmond in the dirt cars. I thought I really would, but just not as much fun as I would like. Very easily run wide open, and that takes a little bit of the fun out of it for me. So let's go ahead and adjust our work plan. Let's see, after Richmond, then we've got the short track of Drebin for the first round of the playoffs. So that's really what we're going to focus on. So let's go ahead and get our employees working on that chassis right now. And then our final employee, Marie, we'll put her on the engine. And that should give us a pretty good car. So we'll see what kind of simulated results we get with a 95, 84, and 85 chassis. All right, so we've made the playoffs. We knew that coming in, but where did we finish this last race? 13th. All right, so not terrible. Another $9,300, and we picked up some more family members as fans. We've also successfully completed our incentive contract. Another $2,300 there. I like it. That's just more money we're going to have for next year in our truck team. So it looks like we got another message.
Congrats on making it to the playoffs. There's still a long way to go, but keep working hard and I know you'll be a champion.
All right. Thank you very much for the kind words. So now we've got, oh wow, another hot seat offer. So this one's going to be at Pocono. Okay, that should be very interesting in a 4-star car. In fact, at this point, we've got enough money that we don't need this money. And I've got a feeling that Pocono is going to be pretty rough in a 4-star car because it's all straightaways. So I'm already surprised that we got another hot seat offer in the trucks. I thought for sure we were done with that as they're getting very close to the playoffs. But hey, $27,000 will certainly help us out in next season in the trucks. So let's give it a shot. All right, folks, it is race time here at Pocono, and I believe we're in a similar situation as what I found myself in at Chicago. If we use the hard difficulty, which is what we're currently on, then we're starting 7th in a 4-star truck. So we're going to see how this goes. But if I go up to the hardest level, the legendary difficulty, then we're in a very different situation. So I have turned down the race length here because I'm just not happy with either of those options.
You're all clear.
Wow.
Clear all around.
It's got to slow down quite a bit going through there. So basically, we've got a 4-lap race, and we're going to try to survive this. I've never been a big fan of the AI at this particular track. Ooh. Can use some more grip there. I've never been a big fan of the AI at this particular track. So I try to stay away from them as much as possible.
Car outside. Car outside. All right, now you're clear.
All right, there we go. That went pretty good. You have to be careful about getting down there close to the apron and the grass, because that can end up very badly for you. So I was having to try to tightrope that as best I could.
All clear, all clear.
All right, so far so good. I mean, we're certainly faster than the guys we're around, but there's just not enough room on the track right now.
Clear here. Low is clear.
Yeah, we're definitely down on some grip, which is perfectly fine and expected. And sitting in 3rd right now. This is better than I thought it was going to end up. I was worried that this was going to be exactly like Chicago, and we were going to be in the lead very quickly, but we're headed that direction, but not quite as quickly as we did at Chicago. You got to keep in mind, Pocono is a much bigger track So each lap at Pocono is, it seems, worth a couple at most of the other places.
Still there.
So we ended up missing out at Chicago because I just left it on legendary difficulty. We ran, you know, at the back of the pack, dead last, and did not complete
Careful now. Still there.
the hot seat offer. But here, I think I'm just going to leave it right here. We can definitely use the extra money, and that way we'll have,
Still there.
as long as we don't mess it up here in the next couple of laps, then we'll have ourselves some extra money
Still there.
coming up for the next season, which will be our first full-time truck season.
You got
All
one
right,
to go.
I'm really hoping. He's getting me
Still
worried
there.
a little bit here. Okay, now he moves away a little bit. He had me worried that he was actually going to put us in the wall going down the straightaway.
Stay high. Stay high. All right, careful now. Still there.
All right, man, we're just getting through the corners so much better than them. Now, they're still killing us on the straightaway, but not near as bad because we reduced the difficulty a little bit.
Clear low, bud. Clear low.
So these are the things that we'll be watching out for in the next season.
That car there's on your inside.
Ooh, I saw him
Inside.
coming at the last second on the inside, and I tried to give him some room because we do not need to get wrecked. The victory really means nothing to us at this point. We just want to make sure we come in the top 18, and it looks like we're going to be able to do that.
Still there.
And, oh, this is going to be close. I don't think we can get him.
That's a
Not
great
quite.
run today for a top 5.
So, second place, which is actually pretty good. I'm kind of glad we didn't end up winning that race because I don't want to get wins that way. I want to have to earn them next season or in a 5-star ride this season, which unfortunately doesn't look like we're going to have time for. All right, so we'll bring home a second place finish. And let's see how many fans we got. 74 fans. All right. We're finally moving out of the realm of friends and family. All right, there's our $25,000 payout for that top 18 finish. And I'm really liking that. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Rhodes, for the nice compliment. And Johnny Sauter, another nice compliment. All right, so far so good. Let's see what's up next. Week 28. And where are we now? We are ready for Drebin. And because we did such a short race this time at Pocono, we're going to go ahead and take care of Drebin as well in this video. All right, let's see. I think we can do 2 top 10s. Now, we won't be running Jefferson, but Drebin and Taggart, I think we're good for some top 10s in each of those. We're not going to worry about feelers for teams, but let's just see what's out there. Of course, in the bottom left-hand corner, you see the payout per race that we could get. I mean, for instance, there is a 5-star team next season, $1,925. 3-star team, $975. Naturally, this is in the Xtreme Dirt Tour, so that just gives you an idea of what you're looking at. If we move over to the Camping World trucks, we only have 4-star. And let's see, it says special offer, but all of the details are still to be determined. All right, so let's go ahead and prepare for Drebin. We have been waiting for this. Our short track chassis is all ready to go. It's ready for Marie to do her final touches on the engine, while we will do a little work on the suspension. And before I forget, let's go ahead and do the work plan. And then we got 95, 84, and 85 for a short track chassis. Let's back our way out. And before I forget, let's go ahead and change those career mode settings back to 50% race length and legendary difficulty. All right, so it looks like everything is taken care of. Let's head to the track. All right, folks, it is time for race number 1 of the Xtreme Dirt Tour playoffs here at Drebin. So I've taken quite a bit of speed out of this car, out of the setup, and hopefully that will allow us to have a great race. We're going to be starting 15th on the grid,
Be ready.
and again,
Ready.
this should be interesting. All right, I want to get down to the bottom as soon as I can. So I'm going to be looking for a way to do just that. My spotter has said nothing to me so far, so I think we're clear.
Outside.
So again, I'm hoping the combination of the setup adjustments I made and the fact that our car is nowhere near having maximum grip.
Clear high.
And I'm hoping those two things together will make for
Outside.
a really good race.
Clear all around.
Ooh, hold on, that one. Yep, that was very tight.
Car there's on your inside. Inside. All right, now you're clear. Car high. Careful now. Easy. Clear all
Anytime
around.
you see the car head straight for the outside wall on exit like that, it's doing exactly what I designed it to do. That's what those setup adjustments are supposed to make it do, so that I have to spend less time on the throttle and just have to simply wait for the car to rotate and take some speed out.
Clear high,
But
bud.
as always, sometimes I forget that I've done that and I want to drive the track as if I'm using one of my normal setups that behave much better.
Got a car up top. Got a car high now. Car outside. Car outside. All clear.
Ooh, look out. That car is struggling. Ouch. And then he gave us a little body slam going into the corner. Yeah, that's just really tight. So I'm going to have to get it through my head that this thing is not going to turn like I want it to. All right, so 7th position, not bad. $39 more laps. That's why we don't get too worried about where we're running, because we'll have to see. There's a lot that's going to happen in the next 39 laps, particularly with traffic.
Wow, that's fast.
So while we might not have the overall just outright speed to get up front, we might be able to get there through the help of some strategy in traffic.
Hard on the outside. Outside. All right, now you're clear. Car outside. Car outside.
Yeah, it is definitely tough sledding for us right now. If I could get off the corner, we could make quick work of these guys, but I simply cannot get off the corner.
Stay on the bottom here for me. Still there.
So a good battle here for 5th with Ligier, who is also part of the playoffs. And I normally do not pay any attention whatsoever to who's in the playoffs and who is winning races and all that. So it really helps me out that they put that right above their car
Car there's on the outside.
whenever we get close to them.
Clear all around.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have a clue who was in the playoffs.
Wow, that's fast.
All right, I think we're clear. So we've made our way up into the top 5 with 30 laps remaining. All right, there's 4th position right in front of us. So we're at the part of the race now where we're going to start to see a lot of traffic. So as we come up on these cars, I'm going to try to glance and see what position they're in, so I'll know if I'm racing these guys for position or if they should be fairly easy for me to pass. Some more lap traffic here. Lewis is actually doing a pretty good job of getting through the traffic. He's got him too wide in front of him.
Still there. Outside, outside. Careful now, still there.
All right, somehow we ended up in 3rd. I have no idea how we passed both of those cars. I assume they were running side by side for position. I thought it was a lap car he was running side by side with. Apparently not. So there's 2nd position. That's Baker Dillon, who apparently is not in the playoffs. 22 laps remaining, and so far so good. We're giving ourselves a chance at it, but we are by no means fast enough to run away with this. I'm going to go ahead and tap A couple of times and try to get an idea of where the leader is. So Elliott Henderson is the leader, about 1.7 in front of us.
Clear high, clear high.
Hopefully we can close that gap
24 laps, no mistake.
and try to get a little bit more speed out of this thing. Oh, look out. So no caution.
Keep hitting your mark, man. You're getting better.
And apparently he's just going to stay there. Engine is no longer working. All right, we're down under a second. Now, I think I also noticed that somebody in the dirt semifinals was also 18th place, so that is certainly not the run they were looking for. All right, there's the leader, Henderson.
Outside, outside.
All right, there's enough traffic here that
Down the bottom here.
hopefully we can make our way through.
Clear all around. Car there.
But right now,
Outside. Outside. All right, clear outside.
right now he's doing a good job. Oh, look out. Almost had a wreck there. Henderson got really out of shape there.
All clear. Car there is on the outside. Outside.
All right, I think we're side by side with Elliott.
Outside, outside. Clear high, bud. Outside, outside. Clear all around.
And there's 13th Ratner, who is
Car on
also.
the outside now, outside.
Oh,
All right, now you're clear.
oh, look out. So a nice move there by Henderson to get the lead back.
All right, careful now. Still there.
When in doubt, you just move them out of the way. All right, so I will not have a whole lot of patience with DeFazio there in 14th. He is a lap down. All right, yeah, he's trying my patience right now.
You're clear. Caution.
Oh, we got a caution. Finally. I have no idea why we have a caution now and did not get one when we had a car stopped. But regardless, here we are. On the front row. Let's see if we can get a good start here. I would prefer to be on the bottom.
Almost ready. Let's go. Now you're clear. Car there is on the outside.
Oh my goodness.
You got all the
I was not expecting him to say car was on the outside.
Got 5 more laps here.
All right, 5 more laps. So we're getting right down to it now. So if we can bring home this victory, that should, if memory serves me correctly, that should mean that we get a spot in the dirt finals at Eldora for the championship.
Couple more turns. 2 more. 2 to go.
All right, pulling out a little bit more of a lead. And there we go. So we got our business done in the very first race of the playoffs, and now that's going to set us up for Eldora. So that's all we have to worry about now. We don't have to worry about any races between now and Eldora. We can simply sit back, collect the money, and we might have enough money going forward to actually make some improvements to the car, because I really want to give ourselves the best chance we can of a great run at Eldora, but of course we don't want to get overpowering. But the AI at Eldora is pretty good. So we've got a little bit of money we can spend. We just need about 42,000, a little over that, in order to start our truck team. So we're great. So there you can see we are advanced. So I'll be looking to probably spend a little bit more money in preparation for Eldora, but not a whole lot. We don't want to get too crazy with it. So we'll take a look at how that's going to work out, but we'll do that next time. For now, thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned as we will continue our career mode series of NASCAR Heat 3.